Hello everyone, I'm that guy, and today we're back in Satisfactory. We really appreciate your support from the last episode. I know it's not saying much, but it is our most watched video on the channel so far. I love me some factory building games, so I'm excited to get back into this one. In the last episode, we got some basic unlocks and automated our first key components. In today's episode, we'll build our first proper factory. Before we get started, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to support us financially, there's a link to the Patreon in the video description. In the comments, tell me about your favorite factory, real or otherwise. So take a load off, kick back, and relax while we dive back into Satisfactory. Looking at what we've got so far, we've got a bit of concrete going. I'm just gonna grab that. We have some wire going. Grab that. And we have some plates. Grab those. What do we need in order to put down some foundations? Yeah, looks like it is all just plates and concrete. In the last episode, I talked about building our first proper factory down in this area here. It looked like so a big open area with plenty of room for activities. We've got a bit of a toxic zone over there, so we're gonna have to steer clear of that. This area here looks like it's gonna be a good spot to get started on our new factory. I'm just gonna get started by laying down some foundations. Alright, that got our foundation started. Now, I was watching some other videos here. Apparently, you don't have to build this stuff one piece at a time. There's a zoop mode, which I need to figure out. Yeah, over to zoop mode. That is what I'm talking about. Let's bring it all through there. So I'm just gonna go through and build out all the foundations I can, start to pave over this mess of nature. We don't need any of that. There is entirely too much nature here. What better way to fix that than by paving over it? I'd also like to thank the guy in the comments section that told me that I don't have to hold down the space button in order to get this handcrafting going. That is clearly a relatively new addition to the game. I just did not realize it. In the last episode, we got our basic tier 1 unlocks wrapped up. Let's see what we gotta do to queue up one of these tier 2 fellas. I'm thinking obstacle clearing is gonna be the way to go. So to do that, we need screws, cable, and we're gonna need more concrete. No, we're just gonna have to handcraft it. With our handcrafting completed, let's see if we can't turn in these guys. Here, let's launch that bad boy. That means our inventory has expanded. That's very nice. And we should be able to get a chainsaw. Sweet. Looks like we need some more screws for that though. Screws I can do's. Now that our pod is back, what do we want to get going next? I'm thinking part assembly is going to be the way to go. That sure requires a whole bunch of stuff though. At least we've got the plates for it. Ain't got nothing else though. Anyway, over here that should be enough. Yes, to get us a chainsaw. Nice. Chainsaw, you can go there. This guy should let us start cutting down trees. Hey, there we go. Yeah. Yes! Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Deforestation at its finest. That means we can come back over to this little factory floor we're starting and clear it out even better. Hey bud, you probably don't want to be there. Yeah, you'll find out. I think that is going to be a good start for our foundation layout. A couple short on this side, but concrete has taken a little while to get there. Let us start building some basic automation. Since we've got limestone so close here, start with that. I'm gonna build a constructor like that. And let's get one more next to it there. Since we've already got one on there, looks like we are gonna have to use this limestone deposit over here. As usual, we'll pick up the pure node and then plop down our automated miner. Let's get a mining rig down there and bring our belt over so we can start making more concrete. Set you up for concrete. Good. Still gotta hook up power, but we'll get to that. I'm gonna turn that area up there into our biomass plant. This is just gonna be double concrete. And I guess that means we gotta deconstruct this guy and send him forward to this guy. Oh, nice straight line too. Love that. We'll let that belt empty out. We need to get our power hooked up. And then we can hook up you and you. And I guess that means we are, demanding too much power from our system. Let's see. Yeah, all we got are these biomass burners, which I'm not a huge fan of, but take what you can get. We will come on back to our hidey house and do a little reconfiguring. For example, you are going to need to get flipped around. Let's see if two more of these guys is gonna hook us up. With these guys loaded up, is this get our power restored? Looks like the answer is yes. Just have to worry about keeping those full. In the meantime, we'll let this belt run down. You know, while we're over here, let's see if we can't take a belt of iron out and bring it over to our new factory area. Since we've got our concrete production moving again, I think we ought to put some storage down. Keep these buildings from filling up. So, concrete is going. Next, we are gonna hook up some new smelters. Get this iron ore turned into something a little more productive. That should work. So just hook this belt up. Get you set to iron ingots. Get you set to iron ingots as well. We get a little bit of power going. All right, smelters are hooked up. Those guys are going to feed into constructors, which I am hoping. Yep, we can squeeze in here and get another one next to it. Oh, we are out of reinforced plates. Well, we can at least deal with this foist one, which I inserted backwards. Since we've got our first iron smelter going over there, I would like to get another one so we can finally double up our iron production as well. So pop you in there, get a little bit of power hooked up, and then bring our belts on over. We'll get a second constructor popped in here. And that should give us just enough room for a third. So the plan here, we want you to make iron plates. I'm gonna need those. You are gonna be making iron rods, and you are going to be making screws. Need another smelter here. And I think that should get our first initial factory set up. Just need to hook up this iron here. I hooked it up to the wrong thing. There we go. All right, our first factory floor is started. We've got 2 belts of limestone getting turned into concrete. We've got a belt of iron getting turned into iron plates. We've got 1 more belt of iron that is getting turned into iron rods. These are the basic components we're going to need in order to get really going in our automation. Iron plates, looks like you need a storage bucket. Just pop you in there and hook you up a belt. Now we need to find 1 more belt of iron so we can turn iron rods into screws. Back at our first base, it looks like this belt is empty now, so we can just deconstruct it and repurpose these resources for something better. Copper being so close by, I'm gonna leave this kind of doing its thing over here. See what our power situation is looking like. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pop a little bit more into there. That should keep us going for a while. Now that we've got our concrete automated, I want to go ahead and automate our biofuel. So that's going to require a couple of constructors. Actually, it's going to require 3 constructors. So first things first, we're going to be turning leaves and come on, bud. Can you get out of the way? I'm a little busy here. Thank you. Got a constructor for leaves and a constructor for sticks. We need to merge those together. That should work. We'll get these 2 belts going in here and in here. We need 1 more constructor. This guy is going to turn biomass into solid biofuel. And then our solid biofuel needs to get stored in a container. Good enough. Just need to set these guys to biomass leaves, biomass wood, and biomass solid fuel. Great. And then, yeah, you probably want some power too, don't you? Yeah, we got enough room to hook you up there. Pop 1 in there. Pop 1 in there. That is looking for leaves. And that one's looking for sticks. You are looking for biomass. All right, kickstart that. Guess we're just gonna go and cut down some trees. So, back to deforestation. And after a bit of deforestation, we should have enough leaves to load in here and enough wood to load in here. Might be handy. Throw in a couple of containers here. So I don't have to keep loading this thing up every time. I can just dump a load of junk in these containers and it will eventually get turned into fuel. How are we doing on solid biofuel now? Ooh, yeah, I got about 100 of it, which means we might be able to convert all of our power over to solid. And with that, we have our fuel automated. So I've got a box here for wood, got a box here for grass clippings. Those are going in and getting turned into biomass. And then over here, we've got the biomass constructor, turning that into solid biofuel. These solid biofuels burn for significantly longer in our generators here. So that should keep us in power for a nice little while. Hopefully I won't have to run around harvesting too many more trees. So back over to our main factory floor. Looks like our supply of plates and rods is doing good. All right, a little bit of time has passed. I have the materials needed to go ahead and unlock the rest of our logistics here. So I'll just pop those in and launch. Right on. All right, some time has passed and we have our automated production moving and also grooving. So I think the next thing, I would like to automate these reinforced plates. So this is going to require iron plates and screws. So I think we need to set up a new line and a new belt. Sir, do you mind? Come on, get out of here. Shoo. We're going to need iron plates and screws, which means we need 2 new smelters here. Yeah, that should be good. And that should be good. So those will go into a couple of constructors. This one will be making... Come on, line up. Yep. And yeah, I'll hook up the belts. There we go. So you are gonna make our iron plates. Moving down, you are going to make our iron rods. Iron rods are gonna get turned into screws. Is that going to be enough to automate our reinforced plates? Let's find out. Maybe there will work. Yeah, there we go. Then we will set you up to produce reinforced iron plates. We need a storage at the end here to top it all off. Just need to hook up some power to this. Take one of these, coming off of there, and yep. Take it down here. Yep. All right, is that gonna give us the power hookups we need? So you go there, you go there, you go, come on, you go there. And got all of that hooked up. We just need to find another source of iron. Oop, not quite. There. Now we're all hooked up. All right, off to find the iron. With some more iron, where would I be? Hey guys, can we not? Come on. You want some? Yeah, I didn't think so. Anyway, back to the resource hunt. Need iron. Ooh, I see something that looks like it might be iron up here. Are you iron? Yes, you are. All right, let's just get these pure nodes out of the way. And, oh, nice. We got 3 nodes here. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Looks like we don't have to deal with any piggy boys. So, do we have what we need to hook up? this. Let's see, miner mark 1. I do declare we got what we need. Pop you here, pop you there, and pop you in like there. And let's see, we unlocked those level 2 belts. Those require, oof. Yeah, those want reinforced plates, so let's just skip those for now and see if we can't hook this up the old-fashioned way. Still working on the belt work here. I am probably not doing this in the most efficient way possible, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. We're almost back, finally. All right, just about there. Just need to hook up this last belt, and good. Got all of these guys hooked up to power. Just need to send power back to this new mining area we got out. But at least the belts are hooked up, so that is progress. Gonna head back to base and grab ourselves some power and move that on over. All right, do we have a spare slot here? Well, yes, we do. Just one. Might want to hook this up later, so leave a little power pole there. And we have returned. All right, power is going to our mining rigs now. That means we should start seeing some resources pop onto these conveyor belts. Hey, there we go. So we'll just head on back to our factory and wait for these to come on in. Oh boy, looks like our screw situation is starting to look a little better. And yeah, we just gotta wait for the iron to show up for all of this stuff to come to life. Once it does show up, we're gonna be turning that into iron bars. And then these iron bars are gonna get turned into rods. And these rods are gonna get turned into screws. And these screws, along with the iron plates coming out of here, are coming into here, and we will finally be getting reinforced iron plates automated. In the meantime, looks like we are already starting to fill this factory floor up. I think it's time for a few more foundations. Just zoop these guys in here. Oh, what happened? Everything has stopped. Hello? I wonder if that means we have run out of power. Yeah, looks like this guy ran out of biomass. So let's get some more in there. And we're back in business. That means these guys are probably, yeah, about out. We almost ran out of fuel there. Our refineries are not doing anything, so back to deforestation. Oh geez, this has been going on for like 3 hours here. I need to wrap this episode up. Hey, it looks like iron is finally almost to our new factory. All right, looks like our iron is finally making its way into the smelter. Well, that is going to wrap us up for this episode of Satisfactory. We started our new main production facility to automate rods, screws, and finally reinforced plates. Belt work was fairly tedious, but thankfully you didn't have to sit through that. In the next episode, I'd like to further expand our factory floor so we can automate modular frames and rotors. Power's been a constant problem, so we're going to have to do something about that too. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I know I sure am. The steady progression through more and more complex automation chains is incredibly satisfying. If you're enjoying the series, smash those like and subscribe buttons. If you'd like to support us financially, you'll find a link to our Patreon in the video description. For now, I've been that guy, this has been Satisfactory, and we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy, guys.